So how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to their Blerdflix and Chill movie, well, TV show, because we're talking about House of the Dragon today. Anyway, HBO has finally, oh my god, finally dropped another teaser trailer for season 3 of House of the Dragon. And a lot of you guys may know this about me, but not HBO, but A Song of Ice and Fire was my bread and butter growing up, mostly because I am a huge historical girly. And I literally grabbed my siblings like, hey, look at this cool stuff with dragons. And they've been on the kick ever since. They've been on the kick ever since. Now, full disclosure, we do have some opposing views about different situations and different characters. But at the end of the day,
like which team are we?
Exactly. But at the end of the day, in this household, hashtag Team Rhaenyra all the way.
Always.
Hashtag Team Rhaenyra. But also, Daemon, you fugly bitch, stay away from my girl. I'm sorry. like she needs
stay
to
away
be
from my queen.
Like she needs to be with Helaena. Oh, they took that story. Every day, y'all, I rage about the story we could have had. We could have had after. Ooh, let me stop. I'm going to start ranting. I'm going to stop ranting.
Mind you, we haven't even seen the trailer yet.
We haven't even seen the trailer yet, and I'm already fired up. But look, let's go ahead and let's see.
You now have the power no man has ever wielded.
What's that?
We will have an empire unassailable, Rhaenyra. And our children will rule it forever and a day.
Oh, I did not like that.
All that
That's not
remains
cool, but
Yeah.
is for you to decide what you want from this war.
Why are you guys? What do you mean? What does he want?
You will do things that your heart would have recoiled from before you came to the throne.
The Targaryens are a savage race.
We act with holy purpose. To restore a rightful king.
I'm going to kill my brother, or die in the attempt.
Draw your sword. Look to the sky. Doom and ruin surround us.
And why? Who started
We'll
that?
become beasts before
Yeah.
our end.
Oh my god, is that the Winter Wolf? We're getting the Winter Wolf. There's Aemonding. Oh no!
There would be no doubt who the gods have chosen to rule.
June 21st? That's actually really close.
Happy Pride.
Of course, Happy Pride, but June 21st is actually pretty close. That's like kind of 2 months away-ish. But we haven't even gotten an official trailer. This is just the teaser trailer.
Oh.
Yeah, this is just the teaser
my gosh.
trailer. They haven't
If
given
this
us
is the
official
teaser?
trailer yet.
If this is the teaser, I'm not prepared.
No, neither am I. But look, let's go back and let's break down this, this bit by bit.
You now have to.
First of all, you asked a question. Who is that?
Okay, so
I thought that was Rhaenyra.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's Rhaenyra. That's clearly Syrax. I can tell by her horns. Like that's clearly Syrax. But I can't tell if this is supposed to be the Red Keep or if they're leaving Harrenhal. Like this could be them leaving Harrenhal.
I think so, because the Red Keep, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that within the city?
Yeah, the Red Keep is within King's Landing.
Those look like mountains, though.
Well, yeah, the Riverlands, which is where Harrenhal is, has like mountains all around it. Because you see that later when Aemond arrives there.
No.
So it's
yeah, I think that is Harrenhal then. In that place.
Let me go back a little bit. Let me see.
You now have to.
No, that's Dragonstone. That's Dragonstone. Yeah, because that's an island. I see like the oceans and stuff around it. That's an island. So is she arriving or leaving Dragonstone? What do you think?
I think she's leaving.
But what is she leaving for?
Maybe to figure out where her other son is?
You know what? I hate you. I hate you because now I just got depressed. Also, so it seems like, at least in this teaser, they are trying to do the whole demon and angel voices on Rhaenyra's shoulder, kinda.
Yeah.
With Daemon being the demon and Alysanne most likely trying to be the angel. And I swear to God, if
I thought you were gonna say Corliss, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry.
No. But here's the thing. I swear to God, if that's where they're going, I'm so sick of this. Stop giving this clear, literally stop giving this woman who is the clear villain and antagonist. Oh my God, I hate.
Victims can do bad things too now.
Exactly.
Let
her. But the thing is, my problem is that people, when it comes to Alysanne, they just focus on the victim part of her. They do not acknowledge the legitimate almost 20 years she bullied children. That's the thing that pisses me off about the whole.
Have you ever considered them kids were just bad?
Yes, because they were not bad. She should have looked at her own kids. She should have. Weird
looking.
Jace was weird. Okay, I see where
Jace,
this.
But
you know what?
Some of them. Rachel, she bullied some of her own kids. So
well, yeah, but
she bullied her own children,
and she ended up putting the one that hurts women on the throne. Okay.
I didn't say. I said victims can do bad things too.
Stupid.
I said
things.
that.
Stupid things. All because
your mom.
All because she wanted power, and then she got pissy when she didn't get the power. Y'all. By the way, you guys.
You know what, chat. This is what we mean. This is what we meant.
Yeah, that's what we mean by us having. Yeah, exactly. By us having opponent views.
All this came from was us checking to see where Rhaenyra is flying from.
Can you imagine how it's going to be when the episode actually drops? Oh my God.
Power no man has ever wielded. You will have an empire unassailable, Rhaenyra.
I mean,
what dragon is that? Pause. What dragon is that?
Let me go back.
Because do you remember how the last season ended?
Yeah, that looks like Vermax, kinda. Vermax, which is.
What about the wild dragon?
So technically speaking, there's only 3 wild dragons, but I don't think Ryan said we're seeing them this season.
Oh. Yeah. Wait, no, we are. They ended. But they ended? They have to, because they ended the last season.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about Sheep Stealer? That's not Sheep Stealer.
Yeah.
That looks nothing like Sheep Stealer's model at all.
Well, yeah, but we have to get them back?
Well, that was
that way.
I think that was the one dragon. Technically speaking, there's 3 or 4, but minus Sheep Stealer, they haven't even mentioned the other ones. You know,
I'm okay with I'm okay with the ones that we haven't seen yet not being featured in this season. But come on now, who was that? That just went out into the wild and discovered him.
Rhaenyra.
Yeah. So
but also okay.
If we have to see them, we got to see her.
Okay. Also, full disclosure, chat. The reason why I do not like that side plot, there's a couple reasons why I don't like this whole side plot about Rhaenyra going out and finding Sheep Stealer. It's because it makes no sense. What do you mean there's just some random dragon flying around the Eyrie that Jane Eyre has even sent word to the king about? It makes no sense. It legit makes no sense.
Wait, what makes no sense? The fact that there's a dragon flying around, or the fact that she's found it?
No, the fact that there's just some random dragon flying around that nobody understands other than Jane Eyre, and be yeah, he just showed up a couple weeks ago, or he's always been here, something like that. And she's yeah, we just didn't know what to do with him. That's the thing that confuses me.
We didn't know what to do with him.
Yeah, we didn't know what to do with him.
What would you do? Would you know what to do with the dragon?
Not at all, because also she was bitching a couple minutes ago, in that same episode about not having a full-grown dragon.
Well,
she's
mad because she has a full-grown dragon in her backyard and she can't get him.
That's the thing that kills me. Is you're up here complaining that you don't have a full-grown dragon protecting you, yet there are 3 Targaryens in your castle right now, one of whom is not bound to a dragon. I'm just saying, if it was me, I would have pushed that girl towards that dragon so freaking fast, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
We will have an empire unassailable, Rhaenyra. And our children will rule it forever and a day.
Why did they cut to Jace? I'm so sick.
Because he's gonna rule forever and a day.
No, he's not.
Because he's gonna do it. Yes, he is.
Jace, my Pookie. Jace, my Pookie bear. Also, her hair is eating down, but oh my god.
Absolutely.
Jace, my Pookie bear. No.
I want to vomit.
Okay. These dragons obviously are Bela, because this is Moon Dancer. This is clearly Moon Dancer's model. I think that might also be Virmax, because they're clearly in a battle. This has to be the battle of God. The name just literally just escaped my head, but it's the fight that Jace goes to save his brothers when they get attacked by the Triarchy. So this has to be that Better Blackwater Bay or something like that. But this has to be that fight. My heart is gonna be in my stomach because they've clearly made it so Bela is going to see him there.
No.
My heart is in my stomach because Bela and Corlys are here. Oh no.
All that remains is for you to decide what you want from this war.
What do you mean what he wants from this war? Okay. Remember how when the first trailer dropped, like the first official trailer dropped, and they made it seem as if this whole Dance of Dragons was going to be Daemon versus Rhaenyra?
Yeah.
And then people who actually read the freaking book are like, yeah, no, it's not at all about Daemon versus Rhaenyra. It's about it's about Rhaenyra and her half brother. And everybody was like, she has a half brother? You know, because
if Daemon has anything to do with this, it's Daemon against himself.
Exactly, because okay, at this point, because we all know, at this point they're two separate canons. But at this point, it makes no sense for Daemon to continually try to like lust after the throne, I guess you can say, because he's done time and time again that at the end of the day, he's just fighting for Rhaenyra. So, has the story decided he has made up his mind? Have they decided yet? Please tell me they have decided. Because I am tired. I am tired of this back and forth. Pick a side, okay? Pick a side. If they can have Alysanne being so hard fast against Rhaenyra for 3 whole seasons, just for her to finally decide.
3 seasons.
No, for real.
Years.
For like 3 seasons, 20 plus years, whatever. Just for her to decide at the last minute that she wants to help her for her own selfish ass reasons.
Actually, I do love you.
The look I just gave the camera probably could have turned lava-tized. But no, also, why the heck is my girl just in chainmail? He has a cunty, super cunty.
To war.
No. Look, he has a super cunty armor that's form-fitted to his body with scales and all that stuff. Why is she just in chainmail? Where did the budget go?
The budget went to the tournament in A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
I hate you. I hate you.
That's where the money went. That's where that entire check went exactly.
I hate
every dime.
Where the fuck are you going?
I feel like they're both having like a secret meeting again. I feel like they're gonna do that again.
Again?
They already had 3.
Future Rachel, put in a clip about that. Put in that meme clip, please, Future Rachel. Because what do you mean again? How many of these are they having? Also, since she's in furs, she could be up north or like traveling where it's cold.
Yeah.
But also, why is it cold? Because this is supposed to take place, technically speaking, in the summer months. You know what? I'm about
if they're in the north, that shit's still cold.
I'm about to crash out.
It's gonna be a little chilly.
I'm about to crash out because also, how does she keep on sneaking out of the house? That's another thing. Who's this woman?
The guards are the ones helping her leave.
Like, how does she keep on sneaking out of the house? How is she doing this? What is this?
You will do things.
Oh my god, look at the blood on her oh yeah, this is definitely takes place after she took the city. Also, reverse lacing boots. That is a very interesting costume choice.
Yeah, try to tie them.
How do you take those off? How did you take those off?
I feel like very carefully.
Yeah, probably. Or have like that. See, that is what being rich gives you. You have servants to lace up the backs of your boots.
Would have recoiled from before you came to the throne.
Alysanne, don't piss me off. Because we're in this situation because of you, okay? Do not piss me off right now, girl. Also, Rhaenyra, your hair continues to eat down.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, question. Who do you think Skull that is? Hold on a second.
From before you came to the throne.
Who do you think Skull that is? A lot of people were saying online it's Otto's, but I don't know. Like, why would she chuck his skull into the fire of all people?
I feel like if that is a real like head, like if this is not a dream sequence, which I think it is, I think it might be Viserys's, because is Otto still alive? Or
yes. No, he's alive. Remember at the end of season 2, he was in a cage. Somebody has him. Somebody has him. We don't know who has him, but somebody does.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. Okay, Ormund, with your... Okay, I hate to admit it, but y'all got some cunty armor. I hate to admit it.
Y'all got some, like...
I hate to admit it.
Y'all got some fits.
Yeah, I hate to admit it. Y'all got some good armor. Also, House Tyrell, I love how you're doing nothing about this. House Tyrell, I love how you're doing nothing about this.
At all. And they won't neither. Like,
that's your job. Like, that, okay, so people don't really understand, like, the job of the great houses. House Hightower is not a great house. They're a noble house, but they're not a great house. Their overlord is House Tyrell. House Tyrell should have told them to cut this foolishness out.
Because which side was the Tyrells again?
They stayed neutral. So here's also some bullshitty shenanigans. Okay, the Lord of House Tyrell died right before the dance happened. Right? He only had a baby as his heir. So his mother was ruling, House Tyrell as as the regent. What women do, rule as regents. So so during this whole dance with dragons and shit, Aegon and his counselor are like, hey, House Tyrell, you should come and help us because we're like getting our asses kicked. And I'm your king, and yeah, I know that you're from House Tyrell, but I'm a Targaryen, and I need you to come help us. And House Tyrell is like, no.
No.
Yeah, House Tyrell is like, our lord is a baby, and the person ruling is a woman, and women aren't supposed to rule. We have fragile hearts, so we're not doing anything. So basically the whole thing that Aegon and his people were like spewing about Rhaenyra came out and bit them in the ass. Because the thing is, if House Tyrell did come and help them, they would have won. They would have won flat out. But they didn't.
The Greens?
Yeah, the Greens would have won flat out.
Yeah.
And so, like, she kept them... So, first of all, she kept them on red. That's the first thing.
A joke.
She kept them on red for a couple of months. And then, when they started getting desperate, then she's like, oh, yeah, I'm just literally, I'm just a girl. I have not a warrior's heart. All I have is a woman's parts. And I can't lead men into battle. I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, she's like, okay, look, y'all. If Rhaenyra and her factions come over here to try to help us, we will subtly give them aid. It's so freaking funny. It's so funny to me. But also that shows how the Greens won the war was by trickery. Like, literally, they
money.
No, for real, they won it by stealing all the money, by bribing people, by threats, by killing all the people that would have been loyal to Rhaenyra at the time. Like, it shows that they knew they could not win with a full out war. Mm-hmm. Shenanigans ensue. Also, that's Ormund Hightower, Alyson's uncle. Or cousin. Alyson's cousin. Because his father is Otto's nephew. So yeah, that's Alyson's cousin.
The Targaryens are a savage race.
I know the Hightowers are not talking about savage
I know
races.
we're not being racist.
No, not only that, but like you guys are freaking okay. This ties back to the whole colonization versus conquest thing that we had a while ago. Them calling the Targaryens a savage race of all people do not piss me off, because you guys are Andals. You guys literally annihilated the indigenous population of Westeros. Like, literally, y'all did.
Canon chat. So what happened? A little bit of lore.
Yeah.
Is, you had, like, of course, like Rachel said, the indigenous population of Westeros before the Targaryens was taken over by the emerging race of the Andals, which is what Northmen, who they are like descended from. And most of like most of the non-Targaryen people came from the Andals.
So
and they're like, you have, what is it, the 7?
So basically how Westeros was founded. You were very close. You got the Andals and the Firstmen mixed up a little bit, but the Firstmen came first. Technically, they came first. They hung out, and I use very strong air quotes with this, with the Children of the Forest, and they fought back and forth, but then they made a peace. Also, hashtag never ask a Stark fan how the Starks got their green seeing powers. Because if you ask them that, they're going to start flipping, spitting, and crashing out, because they have to admit the Starks were not good people. But the First Men lived in peace, and I use heavy air quotes here, with the Children of the Forest. The Andals then came, took one look at the Children of the Forest, took one look at the First Men. They were like, yeah, no, y'all look weird, and killed everything. That's why there's only, in canon, a literal handful of Children of the Forest left. Or Leaf, I want to say, is the last child of the Forest left in the books. And then the First Men are strictly found up north. They got annihilated by the Andals. And the Andals completely, they cut down all the weirwood trees. They burned down all the weirwood forests. They destroyed all the First Men monuments. They literally annihilated everything and replaced their culture with the Andal culture. And that's the Faith of the Seven. That's basically what you can call medieval European culture, I guess you can say. That is colonization. Yeah. They intentionally came here, destroyed everything, and replaced it with their own. The Targaryens came here, actually lived in peace for a good 200 years. And then when Aegon decided to conquer Westeros, he didn't replace anybody's culture with his own. He didn't sack their kingdoms or anything. He literally was like, hey, crown me as king. I'll bring you peace. I'll bring you unity. We'll be big chillin'. And the ones that said no, well, yeah, they got killed, but he didn't bring other Valerians to take over. No, he just did with House Tyrell. He, House Gardner was the original kings of the Reach. They all got killed. So House Tyrell became, who was an Andal house, became kings of the Reach, which is also kind of funny because in canon, House Hightower and House Florent are both super pissy about that because they believe that they should have become the great houses. So that's another thing. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing for another day. But and then also the Targaryens integrated everything to do with the Andals. I'm gonna have eventually I'm gonna post a video here, you guys, about how the Targaryens basically interloping with, or not interloping. What's the word where you not accommodation. What's the word that
describe it?
It's the word where you basically become who you're inhabiting. Assimilation. Yeah, the assimilation of House Targaryen into Westeros and the Andal culture destroyed them. I.e., their dragons and all that stuff. So them calling the Targaryens a savage race while also trying to put a Targaryen on the throne is such a hypocritical statement.
It's
so
giving very much like the Romans, Holy Roman Empire, being like, in the name of our gods, we're going to conquer you, and everybody else being like, what?
No, for real. Like it's like it's
what?
It is insane. Let's see.
We act with holy purpose to restore a rightful king.
I'm going to kill my brother or die in the attempt.
Okay, I fucking hate that because that is literally a Rhaenyra line from the books.
Damn.
Yeah, like this is literally 2 for 2 of them stealing Rhaenyra's lines and giving it to other characters.
What was the other time?
Him calling himself the Realm's Delight, which is, you know, an actual Rhaenyra title. And another thing from another, I think it was in like season 2 or season 1, season 2. Somebody, a son for a son. That's another line that happened. Like there's a couple like slight Rhaenyra and Daemon lines they give to like other characters. Aegon and Aemond for some reason get a lot of their lines from the books.
Yeah.
Draw your sword.
Somebody said, "Who do you think Aemond is fighting?" And I said most likely, sadly, Simon, because he can only fight old men. He can't fight he can't fight a grown, like a fully trained man. He can only fight old men and children.
Yes, he's like
fucked.
Bro is like so fucked right now. Where's his mobility?
No, for real.
He was disassociating hard.
Look to the sky. Doom and ruin surround us.
And why with your incel ass? Why?
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
The man who caused all of this. Man, what is the problem?
Also, so there's this discourse online on would he be considered a man of color?
What?
Yeah. Because
why?
Because the actor is a man of color. Right?
Okay.
But the character is not. And people are like going back and forth on it because it's like they're trying to compare it with the Velaryons, you know, on how in the show the Velaryons are black. But
okay, while the person is white passing, if the actor is a person of color, I don't see what the problem is. And like associating the character as a person of color too, just not in the way of them being black.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why people are kind of going back and forth on it is because obviously a lot of people do not like Criston Cole's character for obvious reasons.
Fuck
right?
Him. They don't like it because they have eyes. No. This man is fucking weird.
Exactly. But the thing with him is that people who say that he's a person of color, because by the way, it's a very small fraction, but they're very loud. They're saying that criticism of him is racist and is akin to the racism that the other characters, like the House Velaryon characters, to which I draw a hard line.
Yeah,
no, that's not how that works. Because here's the thing with the Velaryon characters, they get racism drawn at the characters themselves and the actors. Meanwhile, nobody is spewing racist rhetoric towards Criston Cole the character or Fabian the actor. Nobody's doing that. They're critiquing who he is.
Yeah, like
you can't scream racism because they're critiquing who he is, and he just so happens to be played by a man of color.
Yeah, like it's the problem with Criston Cole's character is completely separate from the actor himself, especially when you like. Oh my god, I wish people would stop being so fucking parasocial and like actually separate art from the artist. Because why is everybody like understandable of that when it's like Lolita content, but not when it's just a normal guy playing an asshole.
Exactly. And he plays him so well. Oh my God.
And that's fine. We're not having one of those, what is her name? Emma Roberts?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that where he's like playing it so good because that's how he is. But even if that's the case, you guys need to touch some fucking grass and figure out, first of all, if you are being actually racist to this man because of his character, you're fucking weird.
Yeah.
You're fucking weird. Get the fuck away. But also, I don't know why it happened to people just being normal. I do feel that he is white passing, but so the representation that I feel whenever I see the Valerians.
Yeah, Valerians.
Corlys in him.
Yeah.
Whenever I see Corlys and his family and their dreads, whenever I see that happen, I get a completely separate reaction versus when I see him performing. Mostly because I don't like the character, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm a grown adult.
Exactly. And it kind of has to do with like, okay, so I'm not sure if you remembered, but there was this huge push that Matt Smith was a creep in like season 2, right? Like it had to come, and it came from people not liking how close Matt was with Olivia and Emma, right? Because those three are like a very close friend group. But the people bringing it back to parasocial relationships, there are people that actually ship Olivia and Emma together, even though both have partners. Emma has been with their partner for almost a decade, if I recall, and Olivia and her partner have been together for almost a year. So they all have partners. Technically speaking, the only single one, I guess you can say, is Matt. But also Matt's like a very private person. Like outside of his acting, nobody knows like much about him, especially when it comes to his family. Like they stay, like the door's shut. He keeps personal, private, right? And so like there was this big push that he was a creep because they were literally microtransactioning a lot of his interactions, a lot of his talks with Olivia and Emma. And when it was revealed that they were doing this because people were legit shipping the two female characters together, like not the characters, but the actresses themselves, people are like, hey, you're being a little weird and being parasocial. Stop that. You're most likely hurting Matt's feelings. And the people doing this are like, how can it be, how am I hurting his feelings? It's not like he's a minority group or anything. He's a white man. Like he's a straight white man. And it made me feel some type of way, I'm not gonna lie, because it's like, okay, he is a straight white man, but at the same time, he's still a person. Yeah. Like you're shipping real people. Like these aren't like
Stop
I can't
being weird.
Like I can shut off my brain whenever I see those Alysanne and Rhaenyra shippers. I can shut my brain off for that. But I cannot do that when it comes to you shipping two people who are real people and who have actual loving partners that they have been with, for a long time. And it's like, and their excuse was, well, you can't hate on a man who is straight, white, and, very rich. And like it doesn't make sense. What do you mean? And that goes back with those parasocial relationships. Yeah. And it's strange. It's so strange.
Just like, y'all, please, we are in 2026. Either learn to be normal.
Please learn to be normal.
Quiet.
Both.
We'll all become beasts before our end.
The Winter Wolves! I cannot wait for the Winter Wolves. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot.
I'm excited.
I forget your name. Alysonne's brother.
Yeah, him.
I think they're changing how he died. So in the books, he changes. He dies trying to stop the City Watch from letting Daemon and them in. But Daemon and his people were already inside. They were already inside, and they like.
You're a little late.
No, for real. And so, you know, he dies that way. But they clearly sent him on a buddy cop mission with Kristen for some stupid reason. But then also, bringing it back to Ormund, do you know, I think they might change this, but Ormund in the books is a little bit older, right? He's the pretty old, like he's not old, but he's up in there in age. And he is married to a young woman, okay, named Samantha Tarly. While he is fighting in the war, Samantha Tarly is playing the Game of Thrones back in Old Town. Cause do you know what that badass bitch is doing?
I'm scared.
Lady Sam.
What, is it good?
Lady Sam is dropping it like it's hot on his son.
Oh my god.
She is dropping it like it's hot on his son. And
period.
No, for real. And when he dies, she allegedly stops, right? Allegedly she stopped. Also,
yeah, because she has no need to anymore.
No, but also allegedly she wasn't. Also allegedly she wasn't doing at the time. They were, okay, they definitely were. But anyway, so she stops. Yeah. And so her stepson now becomes the new lord of House Hightower, right? So the House Hightower is like, hey, we need more people. Like, you know, the war is almost over. Like, we need more people here to help us fight. She looks at him and is like, hey, if you ignore that letter, I'll marry you. He's like, ooh.
And what did he do?
She married him. He burned that letter with the swiftness.
Oh my god.
He burned that letter with the swiftness.
What letter?
And every letter came, he just ignored while they were. And then, so she gets pregnant, right? After the war. She gets pregnant after the war. The High Septon is like, you committed incest, you committed adultery, you need to go to the mother house, which is basically like a nunnery for them. You need to go to the mother house and repent. Do you know what this bitch does? Pulls up pregnant as hell on a huge white battle horse, rides through their church up the middle aisle and like hits him with her crop. Is like, so I'm not doing that. As a matter of fact, we're cutting off funding for you. Deuces. And like leaves.
Oh my gosh.
So it gets to a point where like the Septon needs money badly, right? That they need money so freaking badly.
Maybe y'all shouldn't have done that.
And Samantha is sitting, by the way, she's had like 8 kids with this man. She's had like 8 kids. Time has passed. They've run out of all the money they had in store. So they go to him and they're like, hey, we need money. and Samantha's husband, he's like, yeah, and I want you to declare all my kids legitimate. So how are we gonna do this? So at the end of the day, they get money, they get declared legitimate, and that is the wildest story of House Hightower. When I read that, I was like, this has to be fake. There is no way this is. But no, it's like, it's a legit history of their legends. Which also, because they had so many kids, Samantha also, by the way, was good friends, was good friends with Rhaenyra, Daemon's daughter. Because Rhaenyra ends up later marrying a cousin of House Hightower during that time. And Rhaenyra has 7 daughters. Now, we don't know exactly how many kids that Lady Sam and the Hightower that she married had, but we can assume it's believed to be 7. So it's heavily speculated in the fandom that in order to secure Hightower loyalty to the throne after the dance and all that stuff, they just married their kids together, which makes sense. They're both technically speaking, they're both Hightowers, and they're both, and like one just so happens to have Targaryen blood on one side. Which makes sense because later on in the line, you see Hightowers having like silver blonde hair. So, like it's a good little thing. There. No, for real. It's like, I see what you're doing, George. I see what you're hinting at. But no, like that's honestly one of like my favorite little like side quest stories of of House Hightower and all the shenanigans that they come up with. Because I hate them. Don't get me wrong. House Hightower is like one of my least favorite houses until that one particular scene.
Yeah.
It is no longer safe here.
Okay, you think that's when she's taking the throne back? Like everybody's been gathered? Because it looks like everybody's been gathered there. Also,
yeah.
Oh no, okay. Okay, for a hot second I thought this was Daemon. But no, this is Aemond. What are you doing?
The way he's stalking around.
No, for real. Also, do our Targaryens just still happen to have this type of armor around? I'm assuming.
You don't?
You know what? No, let's go check my closet right now. Let me go check my closet. Oh, that's definitely her finding out.
Yeah.
That is definitely her finding out. I'm so my girl. Okay. What do you think this is?
I think this is gonna be like definitely a flashback. But a flashback so that while she's like reflecting.
Mm-hmm. Of maybe like of her having Jace. Now I've seen people. Okay, so there's two main speculations going on that this is Helaena. You can't kind of really tell because of how it looks. I personally believe this is Helaena, but the question remains of why is she in labor? Now this because so my mind went back to when, remember how they said that Maelor hadn't been born yet. Like, maybe, and this is disgusting, but maybe she and Aegon slept together before he got, flamboyed. And, and now she's giving birth. Because also, we don't know what the time frame this is. But also...
That is true. Like the reason why I'm thinking that it's, like, a hallucination of hers, as she's, like, coping with the grief, is the fact that, like, well... it looks kind of misty.
Yeah, it does. It looks or also people are saying that this could be a vision of Helaena, but it's like this is clearly her gift. This is clearly some Targaryen woman giving birth. That's clearly some woman giving birth. So it's either Helaena getting married. I mean, not getting married, birthing Maelor, or this could be her having a vision about something. I'm not sure. I don't know. What do you think? Because like I really believe this is Helaena.
Yeah.
I really think this might be Helaena.
There will be no doubt the gods have chosen to rule.
I swear to God, if they're turning my girl into a psychopath, because, okay, so Ryan and Sarah have hinted that Rhaenyra is going to become basically a religious fanatic. Yeah. If that's how they're using her to justify her unaliving that is female centered, I can't say the word. I want to say the word so bad, but I can't. If they want to use that to justify her, I do not like that and the misogynistic writing anymore. Because what do you mean in order to justify a woman's unaliving just because she's a woman? You guys know what the word is. You have to turn her mad and a religious fanatic. Meanwhile, there are literally men who have done way worse, but they're still fine.
So much worse.
They're men. They have done so much worse. Like, I'm so pissed. What do you think? How do you feel about this?
I'm upset that we are still being misogynist
in this day and age, and Beyonce's internet.
Like, oh my God, on Beyonce's good internet.
On Beyonce's good internet, we're still being misogynistic.
When we could just literally not
for real.
Because I mean, in order to unfortunately watch any part of this show, you have to accept the different kind of misogyny that this Game of Thrones iteration has. For me, the one that made it the original show like so aggravating was so often the writing for the female characters would, whenever it did was bad, it would be because of the shit was lazy. Versus this misogyny, they worked very hard to make it very clear and relatable to like, especially for women right now, like what it's like that you are never like, you can't breathe in this place. You have to do you have to work twice as hard to get half as much recognition.
And even then you, and also in this show it's very clear that you have, because here's the thing, and this is one of the main disagreements that my sibling and I have about Alyson's character. Like there's many disagreements that we also will talk about in like other videos, especially when this drops. But our main like how we do not agree when it comes to Alysanne Hightower's character is what she is supposed to symbolize. Because it's clear that the show does not know what she's supposed to symbolize anymore. Because they started out with her as a victim, which we're like, okay, we can do, like, you know, we got this, like, we understand this, right? And then they started out, and then they changed to her being a hurt person who hurts people. And then we're like, okay, that's understandable because that is realistic. Hurt people, you know? Exactly, like, that was understandable. But then they tried to, and then they began to twist it to her being like, yeah, I know I'm doing everything wrong. Yes, I know that I'm supporting the patriarchy, but it's not my fault I'm doing this. And that's where my sibling and I like kind of split in like our understanding of Alysanne. Because with me, my whole thing is like, you have everybody, including the men that are using you, saying that they are using you, and you're still chasing after the carrot dangling in front of your head that always gets yanked out in front of you. And but rather than being angry at the men that are yanking the carrot away, you're going after the women who are also in the same cage. Their cage is just a little bit bigger than yours, and you're pulling well, your cage is bigger than mine, so I'm going to hate you for it being bigger than mine.
Bigger than mine, therefore you're free.
Exactly. And it's like, and that's where we begin to kind of like split on this, because while I can understand that hurt people, what I can't accept or understand is how you have everybody telling you that what you're doing is wrong and you're still trying to prove that no, it's not. And then when you finally understand,
I'm gonna jump in for this because this is my girl that we over here talking about. I'm sorry. Alysanne, the reason what makes her tragic is, first of all, she started off just a normal girl. She did not want anything to do with this. She was manipulated by her father. That is a fact. She was manipulated and continues to be doing so now, even despite being how do I say this in a nice way? A person of sounder mind than Viserys, even before the milk of the poppy bullshit. This man was not capable to take care of his kingdom, but rather than not be a creepy old fuck ass man who could like stand for his own direction and choose to just keep his heir being his daughter, he chose to go out and marry his daughter's sister friend.
Yeah, okay, so
chose to do that. Hold on, he chose to do that. Then on top of that, who was all the people that Alysanne had left that she could talk to? Because Rhaenyra left. No, and she took all of her folks with her.
Well, but also she left. Why did she leave? Like, that's like, oh wait.
She left because she's a teenage girl, or she was a teenage girl jaded by her girlfriend leaving her for her dad, but also in actuality, just a woman mad at her world. Wait. Okay, so when you said left, my mind immediately went to when she left for Dragonstone after Alysanne had her baby daddy killed
That's where my mind went. That's where my mind went. No. So, but also, like, okay, Rhaenyra didn't, technically speaking, leave. She withdrew, which, in my opinion, she was perfectly valid in her feelings. The problem ties back to the men manipulating them. Because at the end of the day, while I do hold Alysanne some accountable, not a lot, before you jump me, I hold Viserys the most accountable. Because you should have told her. Rhaenyra had just gotten okay.
Yeah, like that's literally your daughter.
Like Rhaenyra had just gotten okay with the idea that he was going to marry Helaena. Most likely because she knew that he was supposed, because Helaena was 12. There was no way that he was going to immediately begin fathering kids with Helaena. Like, she would have had at least a good another 5-ish years, right? But seeing as Alysanne was a almost adult, like, okay, so when it comes to the ages, people do the ages flip-flop, but it's officially when Alysanne married Viserys, she was 16. Obviously, that is disgusting. He is like 50 something. But in their world, she is an adult. But we can all agree she is not an adult. That is a child, right? We can agree that is a child. But the thing is, Alysanne knew when she turned 16, she was going to be considered adult, and she was raised to be ready to do adult things. Now, should she have been forced to do that against their will? Of course not. No, but the problem also lies with, in their world, intimate partner violence does not exist. Alysanne's own religion that she clings to teaches that it does not exist. And that's what frustrates me, because, like, we can see that is abuse. We can agree that is abuse. She was abused. But the fact that she herself does not view it as abuse is where a lot of the friction also comes with. Because it's like, you don't view it as abuse. We know it's abuse. But rather than acting out in proper anger towards the people that abused you, you go towards the person that you believe has not been abused enough. And
unfortunately, I am not saying this to side with her. I am stating facts. Victims do not always have a fond response. They I know what she did. But she is demeaned. She is so, every single time any utterance of Alysanne's behavior is less like following the what is it? The line of ascension. Like, this all started back when they were 15, and it just so happened that unfortunately she was one of those kind of people that, like, well, shit came and she reacted unkindly and immaturely. Why can't she do that?
Because at the same time, okay, nobody's saying that she can't do that. The problem goes is that when you do that and you have the power to then affect the lives of other people, those people are allowed to be angry about that. And
that's fine.
Because here's the thing. Rhaenyra, while people can make the argument that Alysanne was justified in her anger with Rhaenyra, she was not. But it comes to the point where it's like, you, and this is coming from somebody who loves enemies to lovers, like, full disclosure, I love enemies to lovers, but it's like, I got into it with somebody about how, while I understand Alysanne wants to try to right the wrongs of her past, like, she is entitled to do that. But at the same time, the people that she hurt should also be entitled to not want to forgive her. Because we had the same conversation about Debbie and Nolan from Invincible, on how Debbie and everybody on the planet is entitled to hate Nolan for the rest of their lives, right? And it's like, he needs to also accept that they are most likely going to hate him for the rest of their lives. But that being said, he then could not get upset that they do not want to forgive him. And the same thing goes with Alysanne. Like, she hurt children. She spread rumors and lies and did all this stuff to children that could have got them killed. They are more, and also she like could have killed their mother with a staph infection. Like they are more than no, for real. No. But like they are more than like adequate, more than, you know, right to hate that woman's guts, right? But at the end of the day, if they choose to continue to push this thing of Alysanne and Rhaenyra have this love, I don't see it, but Alysanne and Rhaenyra have this deep love, and like in my opinion, I kind of believe it's more like a platonic love, like if they go that route, versus more like a one-side obsession from Alyson's side, which and rant for another day. But it's like people need to understand that hurt people, but the people that the hurt person hurt is also entitled to hate that hurt, you know, to hate that person. And also, if you think about
feelings are valid,
exactly
what they are.
And also if you think about it, Alysanne has everything to lose and nothing to gain joining Rhaenyra's side, while Rhaenyra has nothing to lose, like nothing to gain and everything to lose if Alysanne joins her side. Because think about it, Alysanne gets, you know, she gets Rhaenyra, let's say it like that, she gets Rhaenyra, right? She gets comfort, she helps her win the throne, let's say Rhaenyra ruled long and well, right, with Alysanne at her side, whatever, and Daemon accepted her as their third. Let's say like that's the good thing, right? Yeah. At the end of the day, Rhaenyra still has to deal with people who saw this woman bully her children for 20 plus years, deal with the Hightowers that are still causing trouble, deal with her children who are the victims of Alysanne of bullying them for 20 plus years, and deal with all of that fallout. Like, what does she actually gain having Alysanne in this whole shenanigan? Like, I mean, like in this whole thing. And you can see how some people are split about this, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, and like I said, it all ties back to hurt people, but the people that they hurt are also entitled to their own opinions. It's kind of like, remember that Saw movie where that that medical insurance person intentionally was like screwing people over?
Yeah,
you know,
I can't, technically all of them have that, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Like, you have,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were trying to what is it? They were trying to just get ahead in life,
and then like
got some folks killed.
Exactly. And then like he got to the end and you thought he was running to his family, but no, he was running to his sister. And then Jigsaw then was like, hey, this man killed your father for his own selfish reasons. You now have the option to get revenge. And why the mother was like, yes, that was my husband. Yes, that was the man that I loved and we had a family. I cannot hold that towards you because my husband would not have wanted that. Meanwhile, the son was like, screw that, pulled the lever and killed him, you know?
Yes.
So it's so like,
and
it also deals with the, you know, the cycle of violence. Like at the end of the day, because like, let's be blanketly honest. At the end of the day, none of this would have happened if Alysanne and Rhaenyra would have talked. That's the first thing.
Completely.
You know,
it's like they are.
Like, and also if Alysanne accepted that she was jealous and was mature enough to be like, I am jealous that you seemingly have more freedom than I do. I'm not saying that you do, but it feels that way. Let's talk about this. And then also, she was in a cage of her own making in certain aspects. Alysanne could have done so much stuff. Like, people seem to forget that the queen is only as powerful as the king makes her. Viserys was senile and coughing up dust for majority of season 1. Alysanne was basically ruling the kingdom, if we're being fully honest. She could have done so much stuff for women, for children, for help, for anybody, but she intentionally chose not to. Because in her mind, she could not stomach the thought of somebody else having more freedom than her, and all women basically should suffer. And I'm like, girly pop, how can you want us to root for you if you're acting this way?
Yes, like girl, I can't. It's hard. I can't.
So it's like
I can't.
So it's like I'm hoping, honestly, they give me a reason to like Alysanne, because at the moment I still do not like her. But like all people, I am willing to give her a chance. Honestly, when it comes to this. to this.
Whatever this is.
No, for whatever this is. But look, you guys, thank you so much, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.